of Ultimate Marvel vs. Capcom 3 here at Winter Brawl 9 in the heart of Philly. If you couldn't make it out, that sucks. But at least you get to watch the stream with us.
I wouldn't have it any other way. Punisher has looked good this weekend, but damn, he has his work cut out against him. And Cosmos, who's looking like he could be the heir apparent to the Morrigan Vergil throne until Chris G comes back and tries to reclaim it.
He's starting Hawkeye here, but he hasn't had much luck so far. Getting chipped, of course. Managing to get underneath her, but I can tell he's a little bit scared at approaching her because you never know what kind of buttons she can come down with in the air.
I appreciate the effort, but I gotta say, Hawkeye versus Morrigan when it's 1 meter to 1, it's not that great. But he finds himself a grab, and things all turn around once you take Morrigan out of the game.
Oh no, she falls out of the combo. So unfortunate for Punisher because, as always, you just gotta get rid of Morrigan. You gotta kill her.
You can always get her out safely on this team. Goes ahead and hard tags. Incurs a little bit of a risk. Cosmos.
Raw launch on Raccoon. And Cosmos spins the X Factor. He wants to save Vergil, but this is gonna be level 1. So goes for the snap on Raccoon. You can tell he feels like this is gonna be the problem for him. And I agree. I think Raccoon is definitely an issue. Oh, hits him with the trap. I don't know why Cosmos decided to teleport there.
We've seen that exact same thing happen this weekend. Cosmos still present, still aware with the tech break.
Punishers.
But the spring is back there. He
Pushed
just
him
gets
into it.
backwards.
Teleported to the other side and just pressured him onto the trap. Great move from Punisher. And he still has human Morrigan to worry about.
Look at how much of the ground he's controlling with this tiny Raccoon character. There's traps everywhere.
This is pretty even right now. He hard tags into Hawkeye only to lose him.
Gotta know that's not what you do against Morrigan with the darkness illusion up. That's the surest way to seal your fate.
Out of Punisher, he wanted to keep this Pixel Raccoon alive, and I disagree.
No, and this is a level 2 X Factor. That's exactly what Cosmos wanted. This is the difference between 10 seconds and 20 seconds for the comeback. Now what does MODOK have?
MODOK definitely could have used the X Factor much more than Rocket Raccoon at that point. Because he had such little health, even when the X Factor was over, he was going to get hit by something and chip anyway.
Well, now, Cosmos is going to know, I'm going to leave MODOK in the back. That's the guy that's going to be anchored because Punisher was afraid to fight if he attracted 3 MODOK.
He wanted to leave him alive, but he's getting chipped out. Finally, Cosmos goes in for the kill. And that's going to be the first game. Are we going to see Cosmos in Grand Finals?
He's got a strategic advantage, I think, now. He can always play the match just to that point. Leave MODOK in as his third character, and Punisher doesn't want to fight that, it seems.
Right. He spent a very important resource just to keep Pixel Raccoon alive, so.
We saw what kind of work he did with that comeback Raccoon.
Exactly.
Raccoon earlier this weekend. So a little bit of scouting from Cosmos, just recognizing what that team is about. And
this is Winners Finals, so you gotta be able to recognize things like that, and Cosmos doing a good job at it.
Trying to cripple the team best as you can before it gets to do anything significant. Again, we're in this position. Hawkeye, it's only got 1 meter against Morrigan. Look at how much she did with 1 meter, landing 0. 0 hits.
Zero
It's
hits.
got another meter.
Too much chip.
What are you going to gimlet her? Good, well, good job.
That'll tickle.
Yeah.
And Hawkeye's already almost out of this game.
This looks worse.
On chip.
He shoots projectiles. This is what he's supposed to be able to do, but it looks worse for him than Magneto or anybody else right now.
Look how much damage that gimlet did on Morrigan. Just saying.
They need me, he says. I beg to differ, Hawkeye. we might need you in the back. Gonna fight it out with MODOK, of course. Raccoon in the back for the X Factor 3 comeback possibility.
And you know, we were just recently talking about how much the game has evolved, but at the end of the day, Morrigan's Morrigan. There's only so much evolution that's going to be able to counter that right now.
There was a time with no Morrigan. Do you remember that?
Yep. Those were the golden days.
We know now, in hindsight, in retrospect, when Wesker was running around all dark and stuff, those were actually the good old days.
If we only knew. But that's okay. We're on to a new era of Marvel.
MODOK in critical danger of getting chipped down. Judgment cut will do it.
But now Punisher has Raccoon coming in. But he just gets hit with a jab, standing jab.
He walked right back under. He was still thinking about the missiles, I think. I know I was. But they all whiffed on a tiny character.
And a quick 2-0 over Punisher from Cosmos. In winners finals, looking really strong. He's ready to go to grand final. He's ready for his next opponent.
Well, there's your Gimlet. Okay.
Yep. Ooh.
It was the log trap. The log trap was the difference maker here.
Exactly what he needs. Ooh, running all over her. No, he drops it though. How unfortunate. Just wakes up with buttons. It looks like the shield.
What? Oh yeah, that's what it was. That had to have been
from the back, yeah.
Because she moves forward during a combo, so it worked out for MODOK. It worked out for Punisher with the combo breaker. Still got that super charged up. Good deal.
The movement, so great for Punisher. And in case you guys didn't know at home, Punisher plays on a hitbox.
I did not know that,
so
and I'm not even at home. I'm right here. I'm watching him play, and I just realized that just now.
Yep, he does all of this sick movement, MODOK, everything, Raccoon, everything, all on the hitbox. So keep that in mind as well.
Another just inherent strength of this dual Morrigan team. Morrigan DHC saved the end, and right back into the mix you are.
MODOK definitely one of the few characters who can avoid all Soulfish just by staying up in the top of the screen like you see now.
You do get yourself in danger of missiles. Not that much damage, but MODOK didn't have enough life to play with that. Cosmos had the read on it, made Hawkeye pay for coming in. Look at all this meter he'll build off this.
And on top of that, he did the down PAC, so he got a little bit even more damage. As if Cosmos even needed it at this point. I mean, a little bit more meter, sorry.
It's textbook at this point. Activate, fireball, fireball, keep him away. Don't give him a chance. Force Punisher, force the Raccoon to do something. Force him to make a mistake.
Very smart of Cosmos to do those soul fists and then cancel
all of
his
this,
shell kick.
He does not have a lot of life. He's got to attack. He's got to go underground.
Oh no, and just like that, 3-0, and Cosmos is waiting in grand finals for the winner of Punisher versus Marlon Pie. I think.
Whoa.
Who do you think between Marlon Pie and Punisher would have a better chance at beating Cosmos? 2 sets in grand finals.
Marlon Pie. I gotta say Marlon Pie because he's got. I just think he's got the kind of the precision, the execution, the experience to come back 2 sets to really win a tournament. And I know Punisher's great, but I just think that this is a test.
Right.
It goes beyond the skills in the game. Coming back 2 sets at that point, it's a test, and only certain players have really been able to rise to that test. So I'd have to go with Marlon.
Definitely. I mean, it's a lot of work fighting against that team. It's a draining experience for sure. And especially when it comes down to it being winners finals, grand finals. You've gone through the whole tournament, the whole weekend. And now you have to, you know, exert even more energy to fight against Cosmos. Because the team is just so strong, so efficient.
It's as if Morrigan were built to suck the life out of you. You know? As if she was vector draining your soul.
And you know, Morrigan did win the cosplay contest this weekend, so
what?
she's
of
kind
course.
of just been securing W's all over the place.
Wow, she's going to make it a 2 for her. It's definitely looking like a good weekend for Morrigan. I guess Capcom
MVP.
Forcing her into games for 10 years using the same sprite finally paid off.
But I know Marlon Pie is probably super hungry right now, right after winning Guilty Gear. I know he wants to put another W on his resume. But
That
we'll
would be
see how it
something.
goes.
That would be impressive.
He's got to get past Punisher first, and then on top of that, get past Cosmos. 2 sets. That's the thing. 2 sets. It's one thing to beat Cosmos in 1 set.
2 sets versus Morrigan, Doom, Vergil. Do you know how many Soulfist that is?
Do you know how much salt is going to be involved with this?
Is it more soul or salt is the question. I guess it depends on how many games it goes.